news because it happened earlier, but yes, I was at work, so I couldn't really help it. But Empower is being sued by Eli Lilly to stop making trizepatide compound. So I don't know what Mochi's gonna do. Don't know what Empower is gonna do, but it looks like compounding is probably going to be coming to an end. I know right now Orderly says that they have plenty of stock. I don't know if they're going to be next. It's a pretty good guess on my part that they may be next. But it looks like Eli Lilly is coming with all their guns firing, and it looks like they're going after all the compounding companies. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's too late for people to start stocking up, but like I said, Orderly does have 6 month and 3 month supplies. I don't know if they could send them all at once. So far, Mochi is saying that they're still going to get the compound out. I don't know how they're going to do it, or if they're going to change to another pharmacy, but I wouldn't be surprised if whoever they switch to, same thing happens. So again, might be a little late. So I think basically Eli Lilly is doing this not so much for the trizepatide, but for their next round. They don't want to even have to bother with compounding pharmacies. But again, mm, your guess is as good as mine. Uh, Personally, I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with Mochi because I had a 3 month supply that I paid for. They only sent me one, and I put on my patient portal that I wanted the next one, and they charged me for another 3 month supply, which I'm going to give them 48 hours to try to answer because I went through the portal again. If not, I'm just going to dispute the charge, and my time with Mochi will be up, which to me isn't that big of a deal because I don't know if they're just targeting Mochi or just Mochi's the most unlucky telehealth company in the world, but it looks like they had a mess to begin with. And according to the people at Mochi, they said that it was going to take them 2-3 weeks just to get caught up, and that doesn't include any new orders or refills or anything like that, just to get uh, empowered to get caught up with what Mochi sent them. So realistically, that was in my eyes would probably be 4 to 6 weeks. But again, hopefully they'll do us right. And like I said, I'm prepared to dispute my charges if I have to. I was also told to make sure that you get all your records before you do something like that, because once they close your account, it's gone. Everything's gone. I don't know how they get away with that because I always thought that legally they have to keep the records for a certain amount of time, but I guess they found a way around it. Looks like they're really good at finding loopholes, but I don't know how long these loopholes are going to last for them. And we'll have to see. Orderly is a little bit more expensive, but hey, they say they have it. Again, I don't know if they could even send out more than one vial at a time, so just be really careful. Uh, if you're going to go with a company like them, you may want to try it for 1 month. It might be at your own risk, because if you sign up for 3 or 6 months and you get 1 month's worth and then they're closed down, I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know how they're going to handle that. Um, Obviously, you could dispute the charges, but once it's that far into the future, I don't know how much your credit card could do for you, but we'll have to wait and see. Looks like we may be using Lilly Direct. Now, fortunately for me, I have like an 8 month supply, and since I'm going down in dose again, I could probably stretch that for a good year. Uh, I know some of it might be past the bud date, but we'll just best answer would be that if Eli Lilly was just like they launched in India at a price of $200 a month. If they could do something like that even at $250 to $300 a month, I think they would have a lot more business, and that in itself would probably put these compounding companies, well, not out of business with other medication, but at least with the tirzepatide. Uh, and I'm sure that Novo Nordisk has our eyes on this, just trying to see what's going to happen and what will happen. So that's the breaking news for now. Uh, Again, it might be too late to be ordering large amounts from these companies. Beware of companies that haven't been in business for a long time, companies that do it in powder form, because it could be very difficult to mix it up properly, and it would be very easy to overdose yourself on it, or to break the sterility of it. So I do not suggest that. And as far as getting the experimental grade of it, it's never been tested. I don't know. I personally wouldn't go through that. If it came down to something like that, I would rather just pay from Lilly Direct and just, make that part of the budget. Like I said, fortunately, I won't have to worry about that for almost a year, if not a year. Uh, Again, I told you I would keep you up to date, and that's why I'm doing this. Live is probably the best way to get it out there, as opposed to putting out another video. So hopefully you guys are going to be watching this. And again, it's very worrisome. I know I'm worried. I know a lot of people are worried, because it's a big difference from $200 to $500. It's going to make a lot of people not want to take it. Also, be very leery. Places that say that they have the tirzepatide in pill form, because it doesn't work. They've tested stuff out, and apparently the acids in your stomach and your bowel kind of disintegrate the whole tirzepatide, and it just doesn't work right, which is why their new oral medication is different and why it's still an experimental thing. Hopefully that'll be out late 2025, early 2026. Uh, Hoping for the best. Thank you all for listening. I'm sorry I had to do this in my car. I'm sorry it's so late, but I do have to work and make a living. So that's it for now. Thank you for listening.